Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome to another beautiful, beautiful video. This is going to be a great video because this client of mine that I'm going to share her success story with, we have been working together, but not only that, she is also a course client. She did also try one of my courses, but this video is for any of you, and I say this a lot, but it's really important. This is for you if you are feeling anxious, worried, if you are not feeling like a god of your reality right now. This video is going to help you so much because I remember when this client of mine felt the exact same way, very, very frustrated when things weren't going her way. She thought it would never happen. And she's a success, just like everyone else, you guys, and just like how you're going to be a success after watching this video. I intend you guys to feel better um, today, this weekend, whether you watch the video, whether you don't. I just intend you to feel amazing and you remember how powerful you are. Okay, I'm gonna get into the video. This client, just like a brief backstory, she was going through circumstances of not feeling chosen, not being prioritized. There was a third party in the mix, and there was just lack of attention from her SP's part. But it gets really good, you guys. And I think if I'm not mistaken, there's also like other things she's manifested in here too, like money and stuff. But let's read the email, the success story. All right, guys. I'm so happy to share my success. Before my coaching session with Ani, I was in a very dark place. I had started manifesting a few months before, and when I found Ani from Create Your Futures channel, her stories with her clients, I found so relative to what I was going through, so I had to book a coaching session with her. I got myself started with her bundle course, and I got movement after 3 days after. It's crazy. Now, for those of you, I always say this. She got movement 3 days after doing the course consistently. And in the course, I give you homework. But for those of you that have been doing the course or you've been doing anything and you didn't get movement in the 3 days after, please don't make that a thing. Please don't make that a circumstance. That is not a circumstance. The timing is not a circumstance. Don't even put your time, focus, and energy on the timing and when it's going to push out, because that's coming from lack already. Everyone's story is different, you guys. Everyone's story, everyone's assumptions about everything, it's playing differently in their mind. So do not judge yourself. Oh, you can't get it fast enough or in 3 days, so you're a failure. No, you're not. No, you're not. I didn't even get my manifestation in 3 days, but everything was unfolding and still is unfolding perfectly. Same with my clients too. So please don't think that way. But sorry. Okay, let's go into it. She says, I always go back to her course every time I need a boost and in between my coaching sessions with her. I also had an issue with a third party. My SP had a full-on relationship with her. I've had a few sessions with Ani and she gave me assignments which I followed strictly. I went into this with so much skepticism and logic. I didn't believe it. I really didn't have much hope and I was ready to move on from this relationship with him altogether. But I had put my full trust in Ani. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Shortly after each session with her, I would see movement. My whole life was starting to shift. Things which appeared to be standing in the way between my SP and I had started to take care of itself. And he had even began to sell his old house in which he had a previous life in before me. Something I wanted so much to happen in the past, which I thought was impossible, but it did. Ani also gave me affirmations and a scripting routine to work on for our relationship and the third party. After, in the next session, I told Ani that I had finally removed the third party. He gave me a full-on confession about everything I had scripted and parroted all back to me. He said he was full of regrets and bad decisions. These affirmations had worked so well that I had to revise it because third party was crazy and he couldn't get away fast enough. Okay, before I continue, you guys, this is amazing. So I remember her telling me in the session this beautiful success that she got. And I want to mention, like, just like I do with most clients, not everyone feels perfect throughout the journey. I want you to know that. For those of you listening to this story and those of you thinking, oh, yeah, she was probably on top of her story, on top of the homework, like 24/7. She didn't have any doubtful thoughts, fears. No, that is so not true, you guys. And I know it's okay to react sometimes here and there. Like, I mean, you're human. You're not, it's like inevitable. Like, something's going to happen. You're learning. You are learning along the way how to be a manifesting beast. And how can you learn without trial and error? How can you learn without, like, every time you're going to react, next time you react less and less, right? So please do not be hard on yourself. I know this from my personal experience with my SP and everything I have right now that I once wished for. And I once was like, oh, I wish I could manifest that. Along the way, you learn about yourself and your thought patterns, and you react maybe once or twice or three times, or maybe a lot more than that. But each time it gets lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And then there comes a point where you don't even react. You're not even triggered by anything because you see so much movement and evidence where it's just like, you don't even care. Like, you're just like, I know this is mine, because if I desire something, then that's that universe, that parallel reality telling me you're ready for it. It's there. It exists. You can experience it. If you can think it, you can experience it. That is it. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. If you can think it, you can experience it. If you can envision it, you can experience it. Nothing is against you. Nothing on this planet is against you from getting what you want, unless you think something is against you. Okay? Let's continue, you guys. I want to get her full story out. This version I have of my SP now is like day and night. I got my man back, and he's the version that I wanted when we first met. I got his sweet and caring side back. He was cold and distant, very emotionally unavailable. Now the way he looks at me makes me blush. He's so in awe, and he pulls me close to him. She says, I forgot to tell you this part. Yeah, oh my God, I was just literally thinking, like, she didn't tell me this in the session, and then I see that the explanation. I forgot to tell you this part. Everyone is you pushed out. Did you see how? Boom. We've spent nights together, and we've had a mini staycation together. I used to think he was so stubborn and nearly like impossible, but now I find him so easy to manifest. I just put in the intention and he plays it out. Our communication went from nothing. I had been ghosted often, and now everything I've scripted on has come true. This sounds like a happy story, but there were many days that I had doubted everything. I spiraled and didn't feel my best at times. And times where it took me 2 weeks to get out of that funk. See, you guys, this is what I mean. I didn't know that what I previously mentioned, like, she literally wrote it in here, but she was like, at times where it took me 2 weeks to get out of a funk or a spiral. So do you see, like, for those of you that had spiraled and are worrying, do you see this girl had like 2 weeks of spiraling and she got out of it, and she's living the best life with her specific person right now? Staycations, vacations, all of this. This is, I love this. I love sharing this because when I was going through it with my SP, when I was manifesting my SP2, this would happen to me a lot. Like, oh my God, the reacting. You would see something, you would hear something from them, even like just even in the tone. Like, sometimes I'd be so happy to talk to them, and then their tone would be off, and I would be like, old version, what the hell? Like, really? Like, I've been visualizing the best version and still the old version's popping up, which is okay, you guys. I want you to think of it this way. So here's where you're at with the old version of SP. You may be seeing hot and cold behavior and just maybe cold behavior. And then here's where the new version's at, right? So like sometimes these two overlap. Okay? They like overlap. I should do it like this. So this is where you want to be, and this is where you're at, and this is like purging out, purging out, purging out, and then there's a moment where it overlaps. So you get the cold behavior and the hot behavior at once, and it feels like you're driving yourself crazy. It feels like, what the hell is going on? Like, one minute they're saying one thing, the next minute they're doing something else. It's not matching. I'm getting triggered. Those are the moments when I talk about this in my self-concept course too. Those are the moments you want to calm that nervous system down. And when you calm the nervous system down, a lot of people do it through meditation. A lot of people do it through exercise. A lot of people do it through breath work. But when you calm your nervous system down, I have a video also from way back when, maybe last year. It's from last year. And I talk about how you want to get to like a neutral, natural state from your reacting. When you're reacting, you want to bring yourself slowly back into neutral, natural state, and you will automatically get there naturally. Like, you don't have to force yourself to get there. So what happens is you react, you get angry, maybe you cry, maybe you doubt, maybe you fear, whatever. And then it gets lighter and lighter, the feeling, and you're slowly coming back to this neutral, natural state. When you get back to a neutral, natural state, it's almost like you're okay with everything presently going on. You don't really care. Sometimes you may feel numb. Sometimes you may feel distracted. And then that's where you want to really start pushing in the new story. Because if you try to push in your new story with whatever it is that you're manifesting, when you're not feeling good, you're going to feel drained. It's going to be like it's canceling each other out. You're going to feel like it's just a lot of work. It's going to feel like a chore. And then that's when a lot of people give up. So if you've ever felt this way, comment down below. I know I have. Before I was like really successful with SP, like I would go through that. Same thing with like money and abundance too. But now everything I have, like I learned that you need to calm the nervous system down. Okay. All right, guys. There were times when it seemed like nothing was happening, but we had never regressed. SP was coming in hotter after every moment that seemed like nothing appeared, and it was working. We made a big leap, and I finally invited him to my first family event. Wow, that is huge, girl. I am so proud of you. And then she goes to say, anyway, this is only the beginning. I can't wait to share my full success story with you and the viewers. Thank you so much, Ani. I'm sure by the next couple of sessions, I will be sharing everything. Girl, I love you, girl. Thank you so much for sending that in. Thank you so much for allowing us to share it with the viewers, because I know a lot of you are going through this. I used to go through this. All my success stories went through this as well, just like her. And if you have been feeling off, you guys, I want this story to be your sign. I hope you resonate with this. I really love how she talked about her spiraling and her not feeling good on her journey, because that is a normal human journey, manifesting journey. I don't really know anyone that's gone from like 0 to 100 without any triggers and reactions in between. Just like even just like an athlete, like the best athletes, right? They've failed enough to know what to do and what not to do. They've failed enough to become that beast athlete they are, right? That master, that gold medalist, whatever it is. So you are not failing, you are learning. after each trigger, after each reaction, you are learning about yourself and you are learning about your thought patterns. And the more you learn about the way you think about this specific person or about anything else in your life, guess what? You are one step closer to that master manifester, because now you recognize who you are, that know thyself. You are knowing thyself. You are learning about thyself, the inner world, and the inner world trumps the external. The inner world, the inner thoughts, the persisting in the new story is what continues to play out externally. The other day I was at a movie theater. I always refer to movie theaters and projecting and choosing the type of movie. I always refer to you manifesting in your reality as you are the director. Everyone in your reality is your actor. They are just there to fulfill their role that you gave them. And you can flip the script anytime you want. Let's say you created an SP that needs recreating. They're not showing up the way you want them to, right? You can change the script at any time. But what happens when we try to recreate people, which is totally fine. I've recreated so many people in my life, especially SP. But when you try to recreate people, this is what comes up for those of you that are recreating someone. You get the old version of them when you were expecting, in that very moment, you were putting circumstances, like, this is what happens. This is what happened to me. This is what happens with a lot of my clients. Once you start the work, once you start changing the story, once you start changing like how this person should show up for you and experiencing them internally differently, right? As a human, we like instant results. We are programmed to, we're used to that. We're programmed for that. And I've said this in my old but gold videos, like those beautiful videos. If you guys haven't checked out my old, like all my videos, you go to playlists on our channel and then scroll down to Ani, watch them. I have clients watching them. I have clients binge watching them, and they're like, Ani, I watch them, I apply what you say, you've changed my life. And I love that, because that is it. Like, you don't have to purchase anything. You don't have to buy anything. You could literally just take in the information and start applying. But in those old videos, I say where, what was I going to say, you guys? Oh my God. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Back to the script part, right? It'll come back to me, you guys. Back to the script part. When you try to change a script, your internal version of this person to a better version or whatever it is, you have expectations. Once you start the changing of the script, you have expectations right away. It came to me. I remember exactly what I was going to say. By the way, you guys, I don't script anything I'm going to talk about. I don't like pre-plan or premeditate what I'm going to talk about. So everything is like just live. And it's coming from like the inner downloads and the passion inside of me. So I never ever plan like specifically I don't like read off of a text that I'm going to talk. That's why sometimes it skips my mind, but I have it. So what I was going to say, is we as humans, when we recreate someone, we are programmed that to need and expect everything instantly. For example, you want to watch something, you can go to YouTube on your phone and click it and watch it right away, right? There's no real wait time. You want to buy something, you go on your phone, click, you just bought it. It's coming tomorrow. It's going to be at your doorstep. Amazon Prime, right? You want to go eat something, you go to the restaurant and you order it right away. Like it's literally like it's you don't think of it as, oh, this may take me weeks to accomplish, right? But when it comes to recreating a person, and there is a orchestration happening in the background, like there's stuff cooking in the background and you just can't see it, your senses can't see it, that's when we get frustrated as human beings. A creator, not so much. A creator is used to that. A creator understands that regardless of me seeing it or not, I know that I just fed my subconscious what I need to feed it. It's gonna push out regardless. So I'm gonna be cool, I'm gonna be calm, I'm gonna be collected, I'm gonna have fun. Sometimes I may doubt it, that human moment, that ego may come up, but it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna get it. That's how a creator is, because they've practiced enough, they've seen enough, they've trusted enough. And that doesn't happen overnight. I just want you guys to understand that. Like, even us as coaches, like me as a coach, I've been doing this for years. I've known the information even longer, maybe 10, 15 years at this point. I've known the information, but putting it to practice, seeing evidence, getting frustrated, spiraling, reacting, all of that along my journey has taught me a lot and so much experience. And that is why I'm able to now be calm, because now I understand, and for a while I've understood, nervous system needs to be calm. There needs to be trust that you hold some type of power. You weren't just born just to watch things, react to them, and then die. No, you have a power within you. And for those of you that haven't even experienced big breakthroughs, a simple thing like you thinking of someone and them calling you. You're thinking of someone that you haven't heard from for a very long time, and then boom, they call you or they text you. You know how many clients of mine say that? Like, Ani, that's happened to me. Or I still experience that to this day. Like, I'll just think of someone and then boom, they're calling me. That is thought transmission. That is your power. The same way that can happen, everything else is happening too. Thought transmission doesn't just switch off. Okay? So I want you guys to always remember that when you're recreating someone or you're manifesting something, you're programmed to think like, okay, let's do it, let's get it done. I put in the work today, I put in the work yesterday, I put in the work tomorrow. Where is my evidence? That is normal. You're gonna need it, you're gonna want it, you're gonna be like, yo, where is it? I need to see it to calm down, right? That's not how this works. It's not Amazon Prime. You can get certain things instantly. There are everything exists right now. All realities exist right now. But there is a but. The story you have with what you're manifesting matters. If you have a story that this is going to be a struggle, if you have a story that this is going to take a really long time, if you have a story that this person is going to take probably a few weeks for them to like remember, hey, yo, like I need to talk to her, I need to see her, I need to want her, I miss her. All of these meanings you're attaching, all of these stories you have in your head needs to be dealt with, because those are all circumstances you're creating for yourself. Everything is neutral, natural, meaningless until you attach a meaning to it. Okay? You guys, I hope this video helped you. If you want to see any of my personal success stories, any of the success stories I've shared throughout the years with my clients, like huge success stories, like huge jackpot wins, huge money coming in, SPs coming in, removing third parties. I even have a story of removing third parties in the videos. It's all going to be in my playlist. Go to if you're in our YouTube channel, click playlists, go to Ani. They're all there, all there. And if you guys need more help, my courses, all these beautiful success stories coming from courses. This client of mine that I shared her success story with just now, she was even saying, Anya, I had bought your bundle course. Every time in between sessions I would doubt anything, I would go back, I would listen to your courses, I would just redo them. It would have like me more disciplined, more accountable. So if you guys need that, courses, one-on-one coaching, all of it in the description box down below. If you need anything, any help, any questions, email us at sessions@createyourfuture.co. We still have our contest going on. Contest rules are going to be in the description box down below. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching this video, for liking, for commenting, for watching all the other videos, for subscribing. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I intend, everyone watching this right now, I intend you get your movement with SP. I intend you see beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evidence. I intend you get all the money in the world, and money's just flowing in left and right. You can afford whatever the heck you want. You can help out people with that money, abundance, luxury vacations. I am just sending out all those good vibes, and I can't wait to hear good news from you guys. Even if you're not a client, like, comment down below. I want to hear everything you guys have manifested so far. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.